and free local support and service. Visit ArmstrongOneWire.com/Zoom to find your speed and get started. Zoom from Armstrong, the best value in broadband.
Going on now at Upper Chevrolet.
Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Equinox for only $223 a month. First payment and security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit charperchevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is for GMF or well-qualified individuals at 10,000 miles per year, 24 months with $2,999 cash trade equity and GM Lease loyalty or GM Lease Conquest. Payment is with tax, title, and fees. First payment and security deposit waived. Sale ends May 31st, 2022. While supplies last. Call dealer for all other details at 724-929-8000.
On the go? No time to stop? That's when you'll love Peach & Pharmacy's curbside pickup at Peach & Market in downtown Connellsville. Next time you have a prescription to get, let Peach & Pharmacy make it easy for you. Call ahead at 724-626-9600 or send a message. Let friendly curbside pickup keep you right where you want to be, in the driver's seat.
Peach & Pharmacy, your local pharmacy.
Bring forward the home construction season with First Federal of Greene County. First Federal's construction and improvement loans puts you in charge of your dream home project with all the tools you need. First Federal offers construction loans, owner-builder loans, and home improvement loans. With offices in Fayette, Greene, and Washington counties, your loan stays here. Visit with a First Federal loan officer today or apply online at firstfederalofgreene.com. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 458729.
I'm attorney Rob Harper, and I'm happy to be joining Bill Martin and Tripp Radcliffe at Radcliffe Law in Uniontown. I grew up in Uniontown and chose to make Fayette County my home. I also represent the county as an assistant district attorney, and I know my way around a courtroom. If you are hurt in an accident, buying or selling a home, need assistance with an estate or will preparation, call me at Radcliffe Law, 724-439-3939. The initial consultation is free. Radcliffe Law, making the law personal.
Mom Maruka's Pizza Shop, located at 64 Barton Mill Road in Uniontown, is your prime place to enjoy local high school sports. Mom Maruka's is family-owned and operated where pride of ownership certainly shows. The Sampson family carries on the tradition of homemade pizza, salads, subs, and wings. Mom Maruka's is open Monday through Saturday, 4 to 10 for indoor-outdoor dining and takeout. Call 724-438-9066 or visit MomMarukaPizza.com for their menu.
Brian Morozak back here on the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show with California head coach Lou Pasquale. The California Trojans opening up the WPIL high school baseball playoffs this afternoon, taking on Burgettstown. And, Lou, you have to be happy back in the WPIL playoffs again this year. It seems like your California program pretty strong year in and year out.
Well, happy with the end result so far, yes. Not happy with the way we started. Started off pretty bad at 1-6, but we've cleaned up the defense and started putting the ball in play a lot more and put 9 wins in a row together. So I'm okay with how we're playing right now.
Yeah, always nice, though, when you're peaking at the right time. You kind of want to hit that good form going into the playoffs, and you certainly have done that.
Yes, like I said, just goes right back to playing better defense, throwing more strikes on from our pitching staff. Early on, it was crazy the amount of pitches we were throwing for balls, and then balls get put in play, and we're not making plays, and mental mistakes, and then striking out a lot early on in the season, turned it around. And I like I said, I'm happy with how we're playing, but never satisfied.
Well, your opponent, Burgettstown, they've had a nice season as well.
Yes, haven't had a chance to see them play. Obviously, made a couple phone calls here and there, try to get some type of idea of what we're up against. See, they played very well in their section with Seton LaSalle. And the only 2 losses in their section were to Seton LaSalle. So they are apparently a pretty good ball squad. Got the number 6 seed in the tournament, so we'll see how we fare.
What are your pitching plans?
Staff, and I'm not just saying that. It's all man on deck, and we're gonna start with Addison Penapinto. And I told the guys yesterday he's gonna start, and then everybody who has an arm is in relief.
Well, Coach, appreciate your time as always. We'll see you out there on Tuesday night, and best of luck against Burgettstown.
Hey, thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
That's California head coach Lou Pasquale. We'll preview tomorrow's playoff game between Uniontown and Knock when the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues right after this. The Catholic War Veterans is a veterans organization located in Fayette County since 1950. They are proud to advertise on WMBS sports programs and to contribute to the Veterans Hospital, local sports teams, and scouting organizations. They'll be having their Veterans Appreciation Breakfast on May 22nd. Police, firefighters, and first responders are also welcome. Additionally, their 12th annual Frank L. Musica golf outing is this year. They have proudly given 37 scholarships to area students since its inception. Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood.
UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to SproulsInsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all.
Family owned and operated for more than 90 years, Hollowwood Heating provides heating, air conditioning, and plumbing services to the communities of southwestern Pennsylvania. They offer residential and commercial solutions for new construction projects, renovations, and current system replacements. With 4 generations of experience, Hollowwood Heating has the solutions to your individual plumbing or HVAC needs. Call 724-938-2480 or visit their website, HollowwoodHeating.com, for additional information. Hollowwood Heating Incorporated. Your comfort is a direct reflection of their success. PA number 011088.
When you are hurt or need help with a legal matter, call the law office of Lisa J. BUDAY. With 30 years' experience and included in Best Lawyers in America, Attorney BUDAY specializes in helping the hurt in matters of personal injury, workers' compensation, Social Security disability, as well as deeds, wills, estates, and power of attorney with a free initial consultation. For more information, phone 724-938-1355 or visit BudayLaw.com. Congratulations to the California Trojans on a great season from Attorney Lisa J. BUDAY.
We're back here at Ross Memorial Park at Washington and Jefferson. We'll get to that preview later on tonight of tomorrow's action between Uniontown and Knock with Kenny Musco. We're just about set to play some baseball. California's going to bat first here in the top half of the first inning. Here's Tony with their lineup.
All right, leading off for the California Trojans will be Connor Vigg. He's going to start at shortstop today. Batting second will be Hunter Acid. He's going to play third base. In the 3 spot, Jordan Kearns, center fielder. Batting in the cleanup spot will be Aiden Loudon. He will be playing second base today. In the 5 spot will be Brody Todd. He's playing first base. Batting in the 6th spot will be Rick Lawson. He's going to DH for the catcher, Don Martini. Batting 7th will be Fred Kennard. He's playing right field. Batting 8th will be Chris Weston in left field. And the starting pitcher for today will be Addison Panapinto, starting today for the California Trojans.
For Burgettstown, Luke Launder out in left, Eric Kovac in center, Nate Kodich in right. Around the horn, Sam Ellich playing third, Jackson LaRocca playing short, Nathan Klodowski playing second, and Andrew Breitel playing first base. A.J. Kuzier catching, and it's Brody Kuzier on the mound for the Burgettstown Blue Devils. First pitch on the way next. Burgettstown and California 2A first-round action, first of 2 here on WMBS and on the Triple I High School Sports Network.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
The Mariscotti Insurance Agency is an independent agency that offers prompt, professional service for auto, home, business, and life insurance coverage to meet their customers' needs. The Mariscotti Insurance Agency is an independent agency serving clients in California and surrounding areas. So stop by their office today at 324 3rd Street in California, PA, or give them a call at 724-938-9302. That's 724-938-9302. And get in touch with their friendly staff today for your quote.
Dinner's great. It's one of your top 3 favorite meals. You just don't want to have to make it. Well, with Jimmy John's, you don't have to. Whether you live in a sandwich delivery zone or head into the store, you can always get a freaky fresh sandwich. Click to order at jimmyjohns.com.
Freaky fast, freaky good. Order online at jimmyjohns.com or call 724-437-6800 for delivery or curbside pickup. Jimmy John's, next to Walnut Hill. Shop and save.
Back at Ross Memorial Park, just about set to go, the California Trojans and the Burgettstown Blue Devils. Both of these teams wearing shades of gray here today. The Trojans of California in the gray pinstripes with a maroon undershirt and a little gold trim, maroon numbers, and the gold trim around the numbers. The Burgettstown Blue Devils wearing grays as well with dark blue numbers, and a little white trim around the numbers, looking a little bit like the Duke Blue Devils baseball uniforms might look if they wear gray.
Sort of like Penn State uniforms.
Yeah, a little Penn State.
Yeah, I knew you wouldn't say that, though.
I'm not going to go there.
No, I didn't think you would.
You look at Brody Kuzier, his numbers on the season, his 8th appearance, 5-0 record, a flat 3 ERA. He's worked 28 innings, given up 17 hits, 14 runs, 12 of them earned, struck out 39 and walked 29 so far this season. And Tony, they're saving their ace, hoping they win today and play on Thursday. And the first pitch in there for a strike to Connor Vig, the senior shortstop for California. Vig batting .364, the home run and 11 RBIs, and the lefty Kuzier's 0-1 as he works quickly. A little high and outside, even up the count at 1-1. Always risky, though, when you save your number one.
It's definitely risky. We've seen it cost some teams before from moving on, so hopefully, well, for Cal's sake, you hope it does cost them, but right now it looks like Kuzier's throwing some bullets, too.
1-1 pitch in there for a strike. Quickly, we move to 1-2. And Kuzier wasting no time. 1-2 pitch, breaking ball mistimed, even up the count at 2-2. And we'll have the Connellsville-Peters Township game for you later on tonight. Connellsville picked up their first playoff win in 18 years last night, knocking off McKeesport in a preliminary round game. And a swing and a miss. Strike 3 as Connor Vig goes down, and a quick strikeout for Brody Kuzier. That's his 40th strikeout of the season, and that'll bring up California's Hunter Acid, the senior third baseman, batting .429 with a homer and 14 RBIs.
Well, and Acid had a great year. I was looking at some numbers earlier today, Brian, and he batted 65 times, only struck out 4 times all year. So he gets the bat on the ball, no doubt. He batted .429, as you said, 21 hits, 14 RBIs.
First pitch a little high and inside there to Hunter, 1-0. Hunter transferred from Brownsville to California after his sophomore year.
We've seen him here for a couple of years. Does a really good job for the Trojans.
So played on the basketball team as well. 1-1 pitch in there for a strike, and we're even at 1-1. Really can't ask for a better vantage point. At least I can't, Tony. You have a little blockage in front of you there.
Good little concrete, but
yes.
I'll manage.
Yes, a little like Bob Euchre out there. 1-1 on the way, and that one fouled off by Hunter Acid to take the count to 1-2.
That says all you need to know. Treat me like Euchre.
California, their 13th straight playoff appearance. Always seem to be a contender. 1-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Kuzier looking more like a number 1 than a number 2 out there early on for Burgettstown, sending down both Vig and Acid to start the game, and 2 up, 2 down here in the top half of the first inning.
Yeah, and he looks strong. Nice looking left-hander. Works quick. Like he's passing baseball to his brother, who's a catcher.
That'll bring up now for California, Jordan Kearns, senior center fielder. That pitch a little low, 1-0, and we've seen Kearns over the last couple of years as well, and he played on that 2019 WPIAL championship team as well.
And that's what we said. We've had some guys that have the playoff experience for the Trojans. And like I said, on the Burgettstown end, they made the playoffs last year for the first time since 2009.
09 was the last time they won a WPIAL playoff game as Kuzier finds the strike zone there to even up the count at 1-1 now to Jordan Kearns. You look at Kearns, of course, Acid was not on the team during the 19 run. Was still playing at Brownsville. The 1-1 missed outside, now 2-1. Connor Vig started on that team as well, and so did Fred Kennard.
That's what we said, 5 returners from that team.
2-1 on the way. That one nubbed off the inside of the back, rounded to third. Ellich is there. Long throw over to first. Close play, but out at first is Jordan Kearns. So Kearns retired 5-3, a 1-2-3 top half of the first inning. We'll go to the bottom of the first, scoreless, California and Burgettstown. CR Bronner Group High School Sports Day broadcast presented by attorney Lisa J. BUDAY.
The WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital Orthopedic and Spine Institute is open, and their experienced providers are ready to care for you. Orthopedic and spine care spans a wide range of problems, from arthritis to joint trauma caused by injury or overuse. Hips, shoulders, knees, and backs are the most common areas where patients experience pain or impaired function. At WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, they can treat orthopedic and spine problems with state-of-the-art care. Their board-certified orthopedic surgeons and specialists are well experienced in the latest treatments for damaged and diseased joints. They offer everything from physical therapies to joint repairs and joint replacements. Whenever possible, the newest, minimally invasive techniques are used to ensure quicker recovery, less pain, and less damage to surrounding tissues. To learn more about the newly opened Orthopedic and Spine Institute at WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, or to schedule an appointment, call 724-912-7533 or visit wvumedicine.org/Uniontown. WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital. The new us, here for you.
Burgettstown coming to bat here in the bottom of the first inning. Here's Tony with our lineup.
All right, leading off for the Burgettstown Blue Devils will be leadoff hitter Nathan Klodowski. He leads off playing second base. Batting second will be center fielder Eric Kovach. Batting third will be catcher A.J. Kuzier. In the cleanup spot will be first baseman Andrew Bradle. In the 5 spot, Luke Allender playing left field. Batting in the 6th spot will be Brody Kuzier. Batting 7th will be the DH Maddox Gratchen. He'll be DHing for right fielder Nate Kotach. Batting 8th will be Sam Ellick playing third base, and batting 9th will be shortstop Jackson LaRocca.
Taking a look at California defensively, they'll have Chris Weston out in left, Jordan Kearns in center, and Fred Kennard in right. Around the horn, it's Hunter Acid playing third, Connor Vick playing short, Aiden Loudon, and there's a quick grounder down to third. First pitch swinging there for Nathan Klodowski, and Acid sends it over to Brody Todd for the first outs of this bottom half of the first inning. That didn't take long, and a good out there for California defensively. Klodowski came in with a .617 average.
.617, and he had some huge numbers, and that's great for Cal to get him out on the first pitch. Came in, had 26 runs, had 2 home runs. He just had huge numbers all the way around, Brian.
You mentioned he's a St. Bonaventure recruit as well, as Eric Kovach swings and misses there at the first pitch from Addison Panapinto. Rest of the infield again for California. Acid playing third. Connor Vigg, longtime mainstay, playing shortstop. Aiden Loudon playing second. Brody Todd playing first. Dom Martini catching, and Addison Panapinto pitching for California. The count 1-1 to Eric Kovach. Sophomore came in with a .277 average, 16 RBIs, playing center field for the Blue Devils here today. And a little appeal down to first. Home plate umpire saying he did not go, so the count does remain even at 1-1.
Yeah, he definitely checked that swing.
Next pitch, still inside, 2-1. Panapinto for the season, this is 6th appearance, 2-0 record, 3.61 ERAs, 4th start. Has worked 21 and a third innings, given up 23 hits, 15 runs, 11 of them earned. Struck out 24 and walked 17 so far this season. 2-1 misses again to take us to 3-1. But it was interesting during the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. Coach Lou told us that it actually might be pitcher by committee here today. Non-committal here for a WPIAL first-round playoff game. 3-1 pitch on the way. That one catches the inside corner for a strike. Takes us now to 3-2.
Well, you know, sometimes it could be the approach to take, Brian. You kind of save some arms, but obviously you're looking for the win first. And when you look through this, Cal used a lot of pitchers this season. So it's going to be interesting to see what Coach Pasquale does.
3-2 pitch, missed a little low and inside for ball 4. So a one-out walk issue to Eric Kovach. That'll bring up the senior catcher, A.J. Kuzier. A.J. batting .333 with 14 RBIs. In Burgettstown, just 3 losses on the season, 2 to Seton LaSalle, who's a perennial powerhouse in 2A. The other came against North Hills.
North Hills in Myrtle Beach.
Yes. Played that down at the Ripken Experience. First pitch a little low there to Kuzier. Good block there from the catcher, Dom Martini. Count at 1-0.
And that's interesting. You go travel all that way and end up playing a team from southwestern Pennsylvania.
Seems to happen a lot, though, over the years, whether it's the baseball tournaments, the Ripken Experience. We've seen that a lot of times with the basketball tournaments as well down in Florida.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's not a bad thing. You know, each team kind of plays the same style.
Correct.
So it's not a bad thing. And they're just going down for the work anyway, so just the way it is.
2-0 pitch, and Kuzier hits it high in the air to right. Charging is Fred Kennard in foul territory. The wind took it and actually bounces over the fence. Kennard unable to track it down. Just goes as a foul ball and takes the count to 2-1. And that ball really carried right there, Tone, after what in the air.
I thought it was actually right at Kennard at first. And you can see the trees down the right field line. We've got a really good breeze here Fortunately for us, we're in the press box,
Yes.
but I got a feeling it's going to get a little chilly out there for the second game.
Yeah, great location to broadcast high school baseball playoff action. Our second trip down here this season. We here for the Laurel Highlands Trinity game earlier on this year. That pitch a little inside to A.J. Kuzier. Takes the count to 3-1. And again, we're here for the nightcap with Peters Township taking on Connellsville later on this evening. Tomorrow we're at Norwin High School. The Uniontown Red Raiders will be taking on the Knock Knights. That'll be a 4 o'clock start tomorrow. 3-1 pitch, high and inside for ball 4. So back-to-back walks issued here from Panda Pinto. Puts 2 on for Burgettstown with 1 out here in the bottom half of the first inning.
And you might have a timeout here. They're going to tell Panda Pinto to kind of take his time here a little bit. Walked 2 out of the first 3 guys. Fortunate enough to get Klodowski on a grounder that first pitch, but since then had a little trouble finding the strike zone. Is not missing by much, though,
No.
Brian.
Certainly been around the plate, and that'll bring up Andrew Bradle, the junior first baseman, batting .362, has homered once and driven in 16 runs so far this season for the Burgettstown Blue Devils.
Trying to catch a number 2. We do have a courtesy runner in for the catcher, Kuzier, who just walked. Can't catch that number. I think it's 4, but I could be wrong.
Some of those dark blue numbers, tough to see on those gray jerseys for the Blue Devils. Now at the plate, Bradle swings at the first pitch, drives it deep to center field, backing up and making the grab. Jordan Kearns for California for the second out, but tagging from second down to third is Eric Kovac to put runners on the corners for Burgettstown now with 2 outs here in the bottom half of the first inning.
Yeah, a nice shot there by Bradle. Actually thought he had Kearns beat there a little bit, but Kearns able to track that down, make a nice strong throw to hit the cutoff man. So now with 2 outs, runners on the corners, that's going to bring up Luke Lounder.
Game still scoreless as Lounder comes to the plate, senior left fielder.
Now it's going to be a good sign if Panda Pinto can get out of this inning with no damage.
First pitch fouled off there from Lounder. And Lounder came in just a 159 average with 7 RBIs.
You know, one of the 5 seniors on this team.
Count 0-1. 0-1 pitch on the way. That one inside, hops away there from the catcher Dom Martini, and sliding into home safely, scoring the game's first run is Eric Kovac.
And a lot of room back here behind home plate. And Martini just couldn't get to it quick enough, and Kovac with good speed able to score on that wild pitch, so he puts Burgettstown on the board first.
And Burgettstown plating a run here in the bottom half of the first inning. And I'll bring up, actually, Luke Lounder still at the plate with a count 1-1 after that wild pitch. Now you had that courtesy runner moving into second.
As I said, I could not catch that number, but again, another runner in scoring position.
1-1 on the way, and that ball hit hard. Vig, a nice snare there from short, throw over to first in time to retire Lounder 6-3 for the third out of this bottom half of the first inning. But Burgettstown gets a run after one. It's Burgettstown leading California 1-0 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Day.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Going on now at Silver Chevy East.
Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Equinox for only $223 a month. First payment and security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevyEast.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals at 10,000 miles per year, 24 months with $2,999 cash rate equity and GM Lease Loyalty or GM Lease Conquest. Payment is for tax, title, and fees. First payment and security deposit waived. Sale ends May 31st, 2022. While supplies last. Call dealer for all other details at 724-668-2231.
I'm attorney Rob Harper, and I'm happy to be joining Bill Martin and Trip Radcliffe at Radcliffe Law in Uniontown. I grew up in Uniontown and chose to make Fayette County my home. I also represent the county as an assistant district attorney, and I know my way around a courtroom. If you were hurt in an accident, buying or selling a home, need assistance with an estate or will preparation, call me at Radcliffe Law, 724-439-3939. The initial consultation is free. Radcliffe Law, making the law personal.
Burgettstown a 1-0 lead over California after one. Right now the Blue Devils looking a little bit like the Pirates, Stone, scoring a run without a hit there in that bottom half of the first inning.
Well, hopefully they play a little better than the Pirates. That's for sure. They've been struggling.
Aiden Loudon, Brody Todd, and Rick Lawson due up for California here in the top half of the second inning. Of course, on the mound, Brody Kuzier for Burgettstown. Misses on the first pitch there to Aiden Loudon. The junior second baseman came in with a .314 average, has homered twice and driven in 16 runs so far this season. As Kuzier finds the strike zone there, even if the count at 1-1 to Loudon.
And this Cal team came in batting as a team .307.
There's a little chopper going back to Kuzier, who turns to first, makes the throw, but not in time. Good hustle down the first base line there from Aiden Loudon. I think you have to give him an infield single.
No, you definitely do. The thing of it is that ball bounced high off of the turf. Kuzier did kind of nonchalant it a little bit, but good speed there by Loudon to beat that infield single out.
That'll bring up Brody Todd, the junior first baseman, batting .351 with 17 RBIs for California so far this season. As the lefty Kuzier now works from the stretch. First pitch on the way, finds the strike zone there to Todd, 0-1.
Todd having a good year as well for the Trojans. As you said, .351. Only a junior, so he's going to get to come back next year.
0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Just like that, the count 0-2 now to Brody Todd.
Yeah, really out ahead on that breaking pitch right there. It kind of looked like maybe a slow curve or whatever, but Todd way out in front.
Now the 0-2 on the way. Another breaking ball. This one grounded, going to short. LaRocca is there, throws to second for one. High throw over to first, not in time. So they get the lead runner, fielder's choice 6-4 for the first out of this top half of the second inning. And that'll bring up Rick Lawson, the freshman designated hitter. Hasn't seen a lot of action, so but he's been effective when he's been in there. Batting .625 with a homer and 4 RBIs.
Well, coming in as a freshman, too, getting his first taste at playoff experience. So obviously Coach Pasquale sees something in him. And I can see why with a .625 batting average.
Yeah, I think a smart move there. Has the hot hand. Kid's young. Give him an opportunity here in a WPIL playoff game. DHing today for the catcher Dom Martini and taking ball one here against Brody Kuzier.
Well, and you can see, too, Cal, not a whole lot of depth. But as we said, 5 kids still from that 2019 team. So they play a lot of underclassmen.
1-0 pitch in there for a strike to even things up at 1-1. Of course, California won their WPIL championship in single A. They played last year and again this year in double A's. That one's chopped back to Kuzier. No play at second. He tries to throw it to first and one hops it over there. Ball gets away. Little collision over there at first between Lawson and Bradle. And California's Aiden Loudon able to advance now down to third. Actually, that's Brody Todd. Of course, Loudon retired at second, so Todd now down to third. Lawson got into second, and now runners on second and third with one out as California trails 1-0. But an opportunity here with 2 in scoring position.
Now, in an interesting play, Kuzier had time. He actually looked back at second. I think he was going to try to turn the double play, but by the time he got to first, had to hurry to throw because Lawson was speeding down the line and just threw it into right field.
Scoring that in air?
Yes. Fielder's choice with an air.
That'll bring up Fred Kennard. Took the first pitch for a strike. Now the 0-1 on the way. Kennard swing and a miss as Kuzier went with the fastballs a little high and outside, but Kennard went a chasing. Fred came into the game with a .256 average, 9 RBIs. Senior right fielder for California, but now behind here, 0-2. You just want to put the ball in play right now if you're California and Kennard. Opportunity to maybe tie this game here in the top half of the second inning. 0-2 pitch on the way, grounded hard to third. No play at home. Throw from Ellich over to first, close play, but out at first. There is Kennard, but he picks up an RBI, his 10th of the season, driving in Brody Todd in this game now tied at 1.
And just like that, we said we're going to see a pretty evenly matched game here. Both of these teams come in averaging just a little bit over 9 runs a game. So I would not be surprised we see about a 10-9 game, 11-9 game, whatever it would be, Brian.
That would be an unearned run there as well after the error on the Lawson grounder. And now Chris Weston, the sophomore left fielder at the plate. Came in with a .295 average and 6 RBIs.
Now, you know, I know it's unearned, and the thing of it is I could never figure out how they didn't give it an earned run because the pitcher made the error.
Yeah, he did. You're right. Yep.
You know,
throw,
I always like the scoring is correct, but it's just one of those things. I mean, I'm thinking, okay, you're throwing. If you make the error, well, there it is. So
2 strikes now on Chris Weston.
1 and 2.
Check that 1 and 2. Weston choking up from the right side. That one high and outside. Evens things up now at 2 and 2.
1 and 2. 2 and 2 now.
Next pitch on the way, and that ball is grounded hard, going to short. Throw over to first in time as LaRocca makes the play over to Bradle. 6-3 to retire Weston. So the score now tied at 1. Your screen might show 1-0. We're tied into the scoreboard here, which hasn't been updated yet. But nonetheless, it's a 1-1 game. Let's go to the bottom of the second here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Day broadcast presented by attorney Lisa J. BUDAY.
Everybody needs reliable internet, whether you're working from home, taking online classes, or just keeping up with friends on social media. Good thing there's Zoom Internet from Armstrong. We have the speed to meet your needs, delivered right into your home on our advanced fiber optic network. Get high-speed internet for as low as $34.95 per month with no contracts and free local support and service. Visit ArmstrongOneWire.com/Zoom to find your speed and get started. Zoom from Armstrong, the best value in broadband.
Bad hair day, bad day at the office, bad day behind the wheel. Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowls Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowlsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Uniontown Detailing offers an all-inclusive auto care experience. Services include full auto detailing, professional ceramic coatings, window tinting, undercoating, paintless. South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Stop by and check them out today. Best of luck this season to all local teams from Uniontown Detailing.
As we come back, Brody Kujar, first pitch swinging, ground ball going to Connor Vig at short, makes the play over to Brody Todd. So Kujar retired 6-3, just like Luke Lounder was to end the bottom half of the first inning. Now Maddox Gratchen at the plate, the DH for Burgettstown. With 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Gratchen first pitch swinging. Look out here. That one going deep to left, down the line. One hops in front of the 325 sign, out and left. Relay coming in from Chris Weston, and it's a stand-up double for Maddox Gratchen.
Gratchen put a charge into that one. Able to catch up with that high fastball and pulled it down the left field line. A nice job there by Gratchen to get his bat on that ball. So now all of a sudden Burgettstown with another runner in scoring position.
And Gratchen, Tony, came in with just a 179 average, but didn't let the average slow him down there with a deep drive out to left. And now runner in scoring position, 1 out, bottom of the second inning. This game still tied at 1 with Sam Ellich coming to the plate. Freshman third baseman swings to the first pitch and fouls it off. Counted 0-1. Like Gratchen, Ellich batting 179, but has driven in 8 runs so far this season.
Yeah, Ellich wanted that pitch. He was sitting on a fastball there, just a little high, and had to foul it back.
0-1 pitch now on the way, and that one grounded foul on the left side. Takes the count to 0-2. A lot of ones on the board on the Burgettstown side. 1 run on 1 hit and 1 error, and 1 run on 1 hit for California. Trojans have yet to commit an error so far in this game. 0-2 pitch now on the way. A little high runner going. Throw down to third. But unable to get a tag on him there was Hunter Acid. Acid pulled off the bag there from the throw from Dom Martini.
And yeah, and it kind of risky, but then again, you got a big fella like Ellich at the plate, so he's blocking the view of Martini. Couldn't make a tough throw.
He didn't have Acid on the bag over there either. 1-2 on the way. This one driven opposite field right. It will drop to the left of Fred Kennard for a hit and an RBI single for Sam Ellich. His 9th RBI this season, and now Burgettstown taking a 2-1 lead over California.
And a very nice piece of hitting there. Took that outside pitch to right field. Had it drop in front of Kennard, so Ellich picks up the RBI. Puts his team back in the lead now, 2-1.
A back and forth game here at Ross Memorial Park at Washington and Jefferson. First pitch a little outside now to Jackson LaRocca. Senior shortstop came in with a .237 average and 10 RBIs for the Blue Devils of Burgettstown.
Now this is what we kind of expected, Brian.
Next pitch, and therefore a strike to Jackson LaRocca. We're starting to see the Bullpen getting a little active there for California. Paul Cole's loosening up a little bit down there for the Trojans. Now showing bunt, laying it down there is LaRocca. Goes back to Pena Pinto, makes the throw over to first in time. So the sacrifice successful as Elich moves down to second. That's our second out here in the bottom of the second inning.
But a nice bunt for their best hitter. Now, as you said, Klodowski coming to bat. First pitch swinging his first time up and grounded out to third.
I have to think he's due. Came in with a .617 average, a homer and 16 RBIs. Grounded out back in the first inning. Now runner in scoring position with Burgettstown up 2-1. And Klodowski takes the first pitch for a strike. It's 0-1.
And as we said, St. Bonaventure recruit. Just huge numbers, Brian. 617, 1 home run, 16 RBIs, 10 doubles, 2 triples.
And that one hopping away from Dom Martini and down to third. Advancing there is Sam Elich.
With 2 outs. Got to be careful. To be honest with you, at this point, might even want to think about kind of pitching around him or even intentionally walking.
You have Eric Kovac, who's batting .277, due up next. Count 1-1, and that one ripped foul down the third base line. It actually went off one of the light poles down there on the left side and bounced back into play.
Klodowski a little mad at himself there, jumped on that pitch a little quick. You know, one of the interesting things that I looked at, Brian, now he scored 26 runs this year already. That's incredible.
They've only played 15 games.
Yeah.
12-3 overall record, 10-2 conference mark.
I mean, some huge numbers.
Almost scoring a run and a half a game.
Yeah. And the other thing, too, is a good defensive team. Burgettstown comes in only 15 errors made in those 15 games.
Pena Pinto wanted a new baseball there for California. They count 1-2. Pitch on the way, and that one ripped deep to left. Look out, fair ball down the third base line. Scoring there on the play is Elich to make it 3-1, and sliding into second safely is Nathan Klodowski. So an RBI double for Klodowski and increases the Burgettstown lead now to 3-1.
And I wouldn't be surprised to see a little timeout here. Have Coach Pasquale come out and talk to Pena Pinto a little bit, just try to settle him down.
Get Kovac scoring the game's first run, then Gretchen and Elich scoring here in the second, and another hit. That one courtesy of Eric Kovac. Klodowski headed home. Throw to the plate is wide. Now heading down to second, and the ball hopping away there from Connor Vigg, who was covering the bag. Kovac now going down to third. They'll hold him up there, but everything going against California here in this bottom half of the second inning. Now 3 across for the Blue Devils of Burgettstown.
And Burgettstown, what an inning for them. Just putting the bat on the ball. Kovac with an RBI. He's able to get all the way to third.
And another run scored for Klodowski.
Yeah, so make it 27 on the year.
And Lou Pasquale now coming out. And they were going to get a pitching change here on the California side with Burgettstown leading 4-1. Pena Pinto gives up the baseball. The new California pitcher will be Caden Powell. And we'll tell you about Caden in just a moment. It's now 4-1 Burgettstown over California as we work bottom of the second inning from the C.R. Barada Group High School Sports Day broadcast presented by attorney Lisa J. BUDAY.
Quality parts, accessories, paints, tools, and supplies. Napa Auto Parts complete line for cars, trucks, imports, and farm equipment. Napa Auto Parts keeps America running. Faith Parts in Uniontown, Standard Auto in Brownsville, and Napa Auto in Belle Vernon and Monongahela. Carries premium quality auto parts at discount prices. They always have a huge inventory of parts in stock. When you visit a Napa Auto Part location, over 200,000 parts in stock. Ask about their Napa lifetime warranty on most items with a no-hassle return policy. Open weekends and evenings in Brownsville. Phone 724-785-3800 in Belle Vernon. Dial 724-929-5522 in Monongahela. Dial 724-258-3101. And in Uniontown, dial 724-437-7553 for Napa Auto Parts.
We're back here at Ross Memorial Park looking at the numbers for Caden Powell so far this season. This will be his 6th appearance. Comes in with a 1-1 record, but a 9.69 ERA so far this season. Powell has worked 8 2/3 innings, giving up 19 runs, 12 hits, 12 of his 19 runs are earned runs, struck out 13 and walked 11 so far this season. Coming in here with a tough spot zone. His team now down 4-1. And Burgettstown now with Eric Kovac down at third. A.J. Kuzier coming to the plate. Kuzier now the 7th Blue Devil to bat here in this bottom half of the second inning.
Yeah, just a tough start there for Panapinto. Now you're going to have Powell come in. Does have 2 outs, though. Hopefully he can get out of this inning and Cal come to bat.
First pitch to A.J. Kuzier in there for a strike, 0-1.
I went with a breaking pitch to start him out. Caught that inside corner. Nice looking pitch there by Powell.
They're trying to keep it going. Clean look over third, 0-1. Catches the inside corner again. Count now moves to 0-2. Again, California's been hot. They've won 6 straight. Their last loss actually occurred against Uniontown back on April the 19th. Burgettstown has won their last 2, swept the series against Fort Cherry in their final conference series of the year. And another hard hit ball getting past Aiden Loudon at second base into right center field. That'll score Eric Kovac. And sliding into second safely is A.J. Kuzier with a slow relay coming in.
Yeah, good hustle there by Kuzier. Took advantage of the situation, able to get to second base and put himself in scoring position.
So the lead now at 5-1. 4 of the 5 runs scored here in this bottom of the second inning. And we'll get a courtesy runner here for the catcher Kuzier.
Again, I did not catch a number, but either way, it's going to bring Bradle up to bat. Bradle flew out to center field his first time up.
He's the 8th Blue Devil to bat here in this bottom of the second inning. Again, our first of 2 here on WMBS and the Triple Live High School Sports Network from Ross Memorial Park. We'll have the game between Connellsville and Peters Township for you next as Powell finds the strike zone there on the first pitch to Bradle. Counted 0-1. Now 5 runs on 5 hits and 1 error for Burgettstown. California 1 run on 1 hit, and they've committed now 2 errors.
And not that Pittsburgh Pirate mentality now, scoring runs without any hits.
0-1 missed outside, evens things up at 1-1. Good bottom of the second inning here for the Blue Devils of Burgettstown.
An extremely good inning. As you said, 5 hits in this inning. Able to plate some runs, and they're still at it.
1-1 now on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Runner going, throw down to third and out at third as the courtesy runner for Kuzier caught stealing to end the inning. But Burgettstown a big inning, getting 4 here in the bottom of the second. Now lead at 5-1 after 2 here on the C.R. Barada Group High School Sports Day broadcast presented by attorney Lisa J. BUDAY.
Attorneys from all over the state and nation advertise in southwestern Pennsylvania for personal injury and workers' comp cases. But most of them send their assistants to do the legwork. You might not even meet your attorney until your first hearing.
We're local attorneys, Davis & Davis. We meet directly with our clients, including free consultation. There are no fees until you receive money on your case. If you've been injured, call Davis & Davis, representing you and your neighbors yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Phone 724-437-2799.
UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Family owned and operated for more than 90 years, Hollowwood Heating provides heating, air conditioning, and plumbing services to the communities of southwestern Pennsylvania. They offer residential and commercial solutions for new construction projects, renovations, and current system replacements. With 4 generations of experience, Hollowwood Heating has the solutions to your individual plumbing or HVAC needs. Call 724-938-2480 or visit their website, HollowwoodHeating.com, for additional information. Hollowwood Heating Incorporated. Your comfort is a direct reflection of their success. PA number 011088.
Caden Powell now will lead off this top half of the third inning for California. Trojans down 5-1 against Burgettstown to a first-round action here from Ross Memorial Park. And you look at Powell-Tone. He's batting in place of Panapinto. Got the start on the mound, then Powell coming on in relief, so he has to bat here. He comes in with a .250 average with 3 RBIs so far this season.
Looking to get something started here for California. Pretty rough second inning right there, so now California needs played a couple runs just to kind of get the momentum back onto their side.
It's Powell, Vig, and Acid, hitters 9, 1, and 2 for California here in the top half of the third. Cougier's first pitch in there for a strike, 0-1 now to Caden Powell.
Yeah, I've got Coosier unofficially at 28 pitches right now, and that is unofficial.
Now showing bunt and bunting it foul there is Powell. And you look at California, talked about the recent run of success. 2019 WPIAL champions made it to the quarterfinal round of the PIAA tournament. Last year they won a 4-2 first-round playoff game over Shadyside Academy at Hempfield High School before getting blistered against Seton LaSalle, the Burkett complex, in the quarterfinal round.
They actually did that Shadyside Academy game. They scored 2 runs. They were trailing 2-0. Scored 2 runs in the 6th and the 7th inning last year, first round, to beat Shadyside Academy.
That set up the game against Seton LaSalle, which actually started at 12 noon on a Friday due to the California prom. There's a grounder to first, fair ball, making the play 3 unassisted there for Burgettstown defensively is Andrew Bradle for the first down of this top half of the third inning.
Yeah, I remember you did that one solo.
Yes. And they're going to go back, Tony, and say foul ball, overruled.
No, it was definitely foul. The first base umpire called a foul.
And then Powell back at it. Grounder through on the right side, so the reprieve successful there for Powell. Single to right field. And California base runner here in the top half of the third.
And you're going to see a courtesy runner here for Powell. Looks like it's going to be number 8.
Now the Spencer Petrucci.
So Petrucci going to get to run. Courtesy runner, and here Vig. Doing my research here, Brian. I see where Connor Vig signed with Penn State Fayette.
Good for Connor.
Yeah.
Well, his sister played basketball over there for Ear Bailey.
Yep. I was just going to say that, following in her footsteps. Going to head out to Penn State Fayette.
It's been a popular destination for athletes from around the Fay West Green area over the years. Vig struck out swinging first time up and takes the first pitch a little high for ball 1. Now a little throw over to first, head first, slide back safely there for Petrucci, the courtesy run.
I was getting a little chuckle there because A.J. Coosier behind the plate, the senior, a little mad that his brother missed outside like that.
That went a little high now. I'd have a little talk with his little brother out there.
He blistered the ball, throwing it back at him.
I'd have to think those two have to have a lot of fun.
Oh.
Playing high school baseball together here for this Blue Devils team. And that pitch finding the strike, so now 2-1 to Connor Vig.
You got A.J. He's actually headed to Marywood College, which is up around Scranton.
2-1 on the way. A little outside now, 3-1 to Connor Vig.
Going to play baseball up there.
Has to be, great, and I would think, for this whole Burgettstown program, a program that really hasn't had a lot of success over the last 10 to 15 years, to have the regular season that they've had, looking to get primed for a playoff run. But California not done yet as Connor Vig walks here in the top half of the third. So the first 2 Trojans reaching base safely here in the top half of the third inning, even though California trails 5-1 now with Hunter Acid coming to the plate.
That's the first walk issued by Coosier.
Hunter struck out looking first time up. Swings and misses of the first pitch here from Brody Coosier. Counted 0-1.
Acid not very happy with himself right there. Chased a high fastball. Was not going to be able to catch up with that one. But now California with a couple ducks on the pond. Chance to score here.
0-1 on the way. Finds the strike zone. Evens up the count now at 1-1. Or check that. 0-2. 0-2.
Acid getting the sign. Big hole on the right side of the infield.
0-2 on the way, and that one off the inside of the bat. Slow roller to short, tough play from LaRocca. Throw over to first, and out at first is Acid, but the runners do advance with the courtesy runner Petrucci for Powell moving down to third and Vig into second.
You got to hope that Acid's okay, man. He took a hard fall there as he crossed first base. Looked like he was limping a little bit, but just trying to run it off. So now it brings up Kearns. Kearns grounded out to third base his first time up, but now with a couple runners in scoring position.
Came in with a .341 average and 17 RBIs for the senior center fielder. First pitch, a breaking ball in there for a strike. 0-1. California trying to get a couple of runs back here in the top half of the third, trailing 5-1.
And as we said, both of these teams know how to put runs on the board.
Now the 0-1 on the way. Fastball misses low and inside, evens up the count at 1-1. Again, later on tonight, more high school baseball playoff action. 5A first round. Connellsville taking on Peters Township. Tomorrow it's 4A first round action as Uniontown looks for their first playoff win since 1983 against Knock. There's a line drive, could be a double play. Went right to Ellich, who was able to beat the courtesy runner Petrucci back to the bag at third. So it goes 5 unassisted on the double play to end the top half of the third inning. So California threatening, but coming up empty here at the top of the third. So go to the bottom of the third, still 5-1 Burgettstown over California here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Day broadcast presented by attorney Lisa J. BUDAY.
Was it me?
Professional ceramic coatings, window tinting, undercoating, paintless. Move to a new location on 255 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Stop by and check them out today. Best of luck this season to all local teams from Uniontown Detailing.
We've ended the top half of the third inning, moving into the bottom of the third now. 5-1 Burgettstown over California. We'll take another quick break here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Day. Broadcast presented by attorney Lisa J. BUDAY.
Fayette County Recorder of Deeds John Marietta would like to wish the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, the Uniontown Red Raiders, and all of our local high school baseball teams the best of luck this season and invite you to listen to his show every Tuesday at 3:15 here on WMBS. Good times and good food. It's all at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown, family owned and operated. Potter's has been a staple in the Uniontown community since 1950. So get out of the house and make your next night out at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Call them up at 724-438-9835. That's 724-438-9835. Or visit Potter's on Facebook. We'll see you at Potter's.
Going on now at Chevrolet.
Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Equinox for only $223 a month. First payment and security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit charperchevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is for GMF for well-qualified individuals at 10,000 miles per year, 24 months with $2,999 cash rate equity and GM Lease Loyalty or GM Lease Conquest. Payment is with tax, title, and fees. First payment and security deposit waived. Sale ends May 31st, 2022. While supplies last. Call dealer for all other details at 724-929-8000.
When you are hurt or need help with a legal matter, call the law office of Lisa J. BUDAY. With 30 years experience and included in Best Lawyers in America, attorney BUDAY specializes in helping the hurt in matters of personal injury, workers' compensation, Social Security disability, as well as deeds, wills, estates, and power of attorney with a free initial consultation. For more information, phone 724-938-1355 or visit BUDAYlaw.com. Congratulations to the California Trojans on a great season from attorney Lisa J. BUDAY.
Andrew Bradle leading off the bottom half of the third for Burgettstown. Now with a little ground ball here going to Hunter Acid at third. Throw over to first in time to retire Bradle 5-3 for the first down of this bottom half of the third inning.
Nice play there by Acid. That ball was in the hole for the shortstop, actually able to come over and cut it off, make a strong throw, and get Bradle 5-3.
If you folks on the radio side, we dropped out there at the end of the top half of the third inning. It ended up being a 5 unassisted double play that Jordan Kearns hit into over at third base with Sam Ellich, who made the catch on the line drive and able to beat the courtesy runner Petrucci back to the bag at third for 2 quick outs. There at end the top half of the third inning.
Yeah, and you really can't fault Petrucci either. I thought that ball was going to get through, but Ellich made a great play. Ranged to his left there and able to flag that line drive down. Kind of shoestring caught it and able to beat Petrucci back to the bag.
And Luke Lounder now at the plate. Count already at 1-1. Again, you have Caden Powell on the mound for California and in for Addison Pena-Pinto. Pena-Pinto pulled during that second inning, which Burgettstown scored 4 runs. And this ball hit high in the air and will bounce in front of the center fielder Jordan Kearns for a 1-out single for Luke Lounder.
Yeah, and Louder with a perfectly placed ball. Just kind of flared it over the shortstop's head. Kearns with no chance to get it.
And some of these guys, Tony, they came in with averages that were below 200 to start the WPIAL playoffs. Lounder at 159 picking up a hit there. You had Gretchen with a double to left field, came in with a 179 average. And Ellich, who was also batting 179, had an RBI single and scored a run back in the second inning as well. It's good to see, even though some of these guys came in with some subpar numbers, able to produce here in a WPIAL playoff game.
Yeah, stepping up at the right time, no doubt.
Now Brody Kuzier at the plate for Burgettstown. 1 out, bottom of the third. Powell's next pitch will inside there to Kuzier. Runner going and sliding into second safely. There is Luke Lounder.
And Lounder with a good jump. Martini really had no chance to get him at all. So a stolen base there by Lounder. Now he's in scoring position with 1 out.
Powell long look into catcher Dom Martini. 1-1 pitch on the way, and that one fouled off from Brody Kuzier. Moves the count now to 1-2.
And as you mentioned, Gratchik, the owner of that double, on deck.
And Burgettstown has gotten a lot of production up and down their lineup. So far in this game, we're still early. Runner going again, and this ball hit high in the air, right down the line, but foul on the left side.
And actually, Lounder was running on the pitch. So obviously, if that ball would have been fair, he would have walked in. And Kuzier just missing extra bases. You said his first time up, he grounded out to short.
Brody, a sophomore. Again, his brother AJ, who's catching, a senior for this Burgettstown team. 1-2 pitch on the way, a little high and outside. Evens up the count now at 2-2. Brian Morozak alongside Tony Hanola, Jerry Dupay behind the camera on our Triple I High School Sports Network video feed. Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios.
Not a big spot here for Powell.
2-2 pitch now on the way. Another breaking ball. Outside runner going again. I think they got him down at third. They do. Solid throw from Dom Martini down to Hunter Acid to catch for Luke Lounder trying to steal third base.
That's 2 times that Martini's been able to throw out a runner at third base. You got somebody in the Burgettstown dugout who's complaining and getting a little.
That was a pretty good call.
Yeah, getting scolded there by the home plate umpire. But I thought both of the times that the runners that were caught stealing were both out.
Counts now 3-2 from Caden Powell to Brody Kuzier. And the 3-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So a successful bottom half of the third inning for California defensively. First time this game that they've held Burgettstown without a run in any half inning. And it's 5-1 Burgettstown over California after 3 here on the CL Prada Group High School Sports Day. Broadcast presented by attorney Lisa J. Boudet.
Go to 40 Uniontown and trade me in. John Clinton from President Award-winning 40 Uniontown. Summer is right around the corner and our inventory is heating up. I know you don't see a lot of new vehicles on our lot. However, we have hundreds inbound. We have over 50 F-Series, 30 Explorers, 20 EcoSports, and much, much more all on the way. Stop, click, or call to reserve yours today. The early bird gets the worm, and the customer that shops with us gets the vehicle they deserve. If you have a bit more time, we'll be happy to place a factory order just for you. So let's talk about pre-owned. We have over 70 on the lot and ready to go. Most are certified with factory warranty and competitive interest rates. Now, I know I've talked about this before, and it still stands true. Your trade-in value is going to help offset new car prices, so don't miss out. We'll be closed Monday, Memorial Day, to remember and honor those who served. That's 40 Uniontown, top of the hill across from Applebee's, or 40uniontown.com. Go to 40 Uniontown and trade me in.
Bring forward the home construction season with First Federal of Greene County. First Federal's construction and improvement loans puts you in charge of your dream home project with all the tools you need. First Federal offers construction loans, owner-builder loans, and home improvement loans. With offices in Fayette, Greene, and Washington counties, your loan stays here. Visit with a First Federal loan officer today or apply online at firstfederalofgreene.com. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 458729.
Moving to the top of the fourth, 5-1 Burgettstown over California. California with hitters 4, 5, and 6 due up. Aiden Loudon, Brody Todd, and Rick Lawson. Trojans put forth a good opportunity to play a couple of runs in the top of the third. Had 2 on with Nobody out, but came up empty after Hunter Acid grounded out 6-3. Jordan Kearns hit into that double play to end the inning.
Yeah, just a tough shot there. As you said, I thought actually California was going to plate a couple runs with the kind of the meat of the order. Number 4 hitter, Loudon coming up. Kearns with a shot, but just got robbed.
Quickly, the count 2-1 to Aiden Loudon, and Brody Cougars continue to work quickly throughout the course of the afternoon so far.
Yeah, he is quick, no doubt. But you know what? It keeps his teammates in the game as well.
I agree. 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Now 2-2 to Aiden Loudon.
I don't have any problem with anybody working like this. Getting a rhythm, and here you go.
He's ready to wind and fire again. 2-2 pitch on the way to Aiden Loudon. Fastball catches the inside corner for strike 3. Just like that, Loudon striking out here on the top of the 4th. Third strikeout of the game for Brody Cougar.
Third strikeout, but first one since he retired the first 2 batters. Vig and Acid on strikeouts in that first inning.
Now Brody Todd coming to the plate. Hit into a fielder's choice and scored California's only run. This time he goes opposite field right. The ball's dropped by Nate Kodich. In and out of the glove. On his way to second is Todd. And Todd will get into second safely. That'll go E9. Should have been a routine out there and right for Nate Kodich.
Yeah, Kodich, hate to say it, he kind of nonchalanted it there a little bit. So it's going to be an E9 and put Todd in scoring position for the designated hitter, Rick Lawson.
Lawson also got on via an error first time up.
As we said, Burgettstown only came in with 15 errors in those 15 games, but already committed 2 here today.
Lawson first pitch swinging, sends it foul on the right side. Into the bleachers.
Up into the bleachers. Decent crowd here today, Brian.
They're a fan of local baseball. It's from the area. Second of 3 games. You had South Allegheny play Hopewell in the opener. There's a hard ground ball going to short. LaRocca there. Should be routine. Over to Andrew Bradle. Makes the play in the second out of the inning. Goes 6-3 as Todd advances down to third.
Now, I know one of our local baseball aficionados, Tom Palace, is in the house.
Saw Tom here.
Yep.
Told me I needed to cover my bald head, but I said I'm inside the press box. Not worried about any sun getting on it today.
You'll be okay today.
First pitch, and that one ripped and through on the left side from Fred Kennard. That'll be an RBI single, driving in Brody Todd. And California gets a run back. It's 5-2.
Kennard with his second RBI.
And the second run scored by Brody Todd as well today. Doesn't have a hit, but has 2 runs scored.
Yeah, fielder's choice and got on an error, but good shot there by Kennard.
Now Chris Weston coming to the plate. And you have Burgettstown's head coach Doug Tunno coming out.
Yeah, not sure what he's talking about here. Looking for, and I'm trying to possibly hear what he's saying. Making a change.
What's the change going to be here?
I'm not sure.
A whole discussion still going on here. Unless they're questioning something about California's lineup.
Well, but I don't know how you can because Kennard, batted the last time. You had Lawson, who was actually the DH, but he did bat.
Correct.
So I don't know if they're getting confused because Martini didn't.
But that's the way the lineup card was written.
That's
I mean,
exactly
there's been
right.
no irregularities at all on the California side. And the only change that was made was Powell in for Pena Pinto, who's batting 9th. That hasn't come around yet.
Well, actually, Powell led off the 3rd inning.
Correct, he did.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I mean,
don't
there's
see
really
what they would question.
Yeah, I'm not real sure what the question was there.
Count quickly 1-1 now to Chris Weston. Weston grounded out 6-3 first time up. Sophomore left fielder came out with a 295 average and 6 RBIs. Score now 5-2. Little lob, just a little courtesy throw over to first.
Interesting. Cougar looks like he's a little apprehensive to throw the ball to first base. We've seen that a couple times.
1-1 on the way, and that ball off the end of the bat, but well placed in a right field for a single for Chris Weston. Didn't get a lot on it, but it was successful. Positioned right in between Klodowski and Bradle on that right side and getting into right field. So back-to-back hits now for California here in this top half of the 4th inning, and they have the game-tying run coming to the plate.
Cal now with 4 hits on the day.
Caden Powell, who had a hit first time up, swings the first pitch here and pops it up in foul territory. That one goes just over the press box and out of play. Counted 0-1.
She said able to plate 1 run here, but get another one here. Changes baseball game all the way around.
Count 0-1. Another step off and no throw that time from Kujar.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm not so sure he's even going to throw the ball to second base. He's a little hesitant to throw it to first. First baseman playing behind the runner.
0-1 pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Now 2 strikes on Caden Powell. Now 5 runs on 6 hits, 2 errors committed by Burgettstown, 2 runs on 4 hits, 2 errors committed by California. Now the 0-2 pitch on the way, and that's strike 3 from Brody Kujar. 4 strikeouts in 4 innings for Kujar. And California strands 2. They do get a run here in the top half of the 4th inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. 5-2, Burgettstown over California here on the CR Bronner Group High School Sports Day. Broadcast presented by attorney Lisa J. BUDAY.
The Mariscotti Insurance Agency is an independent agency that offers prompt, professional service for auto, home, business, and life insurance coverage to meet their customers' needs. The Mariscotti Insurance Agency is an independent agency serving clients in California and surrounding areas. So stop by their office today at 324 3rd Street in California, PA, or give them a call at 724-938-9302. That's 724-938-9302. And get in touch with their friendly staff today for your quote.
Going on now at Silver Chevy East.
Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Equinox for only $223 a month. First payment and security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevyEast.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is for GMF for well-qualified individuals at $10,000 miles per year, 24 months with $2,999 cash rate equity and GM Lease Loyalty or GM Lease Conquest. Payment is for tax, title, and fees. First payment and security deposit waived. Sale ends May 31st, 2022. While supplies last. Call dealer for all other details at 724-668-2231.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Moving to the bottom of the 4th inning, hitters 7, 8, and 9 for Burgettstown. Blue Devils lead the Trojans 5-2. Caden Powell, the California pitcher, misses on the first pitch to Gratchen on the inside. Count at 1-0. Gratchen doubled to left field first time up and scored a run for Burgettstown. 1-0 pitch, and Gratchen another well-hit ball, and this one's just going to go foul down the third baseline, even up the count at 1-1.
Almost duplicated exactly where he hit the ball his first time up. As you said, he doubled in that 2nd inning, scored the first run of that inning, 2nd run for Burgettstown of the game.
Junior designated hitter. Now the 1-1 from Powell to Gratchen, and Gratchen another well-hit ball deep to left field. Weston backing up, still going, and that ball is going to bounce all the way back to the wall. It'll be a stand-up double for Maddox Gratchen, so Gratchen 2 doubles, both to left field so far this afternoon for the Blue Devils.
Well, now it looks like Coach Tano knows exactly what he's talking about here. You said Gratchen came in with only a 179 average, but 2 shots and 2 doubles. And all of a sudden, Burgettstown with another runner in scoring position.
And Sam Elich, who had a hit last time up, now coming to the plate. RBI single back in the 2nd inning. Like Gratchen, came in with a 179 average.
Now, Coach Tano picked up his 100th win, career win for Burgettstown back on April 7th against Avella. So since then, picked up, another 6 wins.
There's a ball that just golfed to center field there from Elich, and making the catch there is Kearns with a quick relay coming in. No room for Gratchen to try to advance down the 3rd, and that's our first out here in the bottom half of the 4th inning.
Yeah, and Kearns got to be careful there. Missed the cutoff man, and that's the last thing you want to do is give up an extra base for Gratchen, because there's a lot of room here behind home plate. And a wild pitch, and we saw it earlier with Elich scoring on a wild pitch.
Jackson LaRocca now coming to the plate. He sacrificed first time up. Runner on second, one out. And a 5-2 lead for Burgettstown over California. And Powell's first pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 to Jackson LaRocca.
And Powell, not a lot of speed, but a lot of off-speed pitches. Got a nice curveball.
Now the 0-1. Powell taking his time, delivers the breaking ball.
Oof.
Well, that one didn't miss by much.
I didn't think it missed at all. But it was a close pitch. This one will be a strike. Again, another breaking pitch.
Now the 1-1. He's back with a fastball. It's nub foul. Takes the count to 1-2.
So Gratchen still at second base after his second double. Waiting on deck is Nathan Klodowski. As we said, an extremely dangerous hitter for Burgettstown. .619 average on the year.
1-2 pitch to LaRocca. And Jackson pops this one up in foul territory. No play on it there for Dom Martini, the catcher for California.
And I think the umpire's looking for a baseball here. Doesn't have any in his bag.
No. Fouled a good number of them off so far this afternoon.
There have been, yeah.
We go into the parking lot, down the road to the right. More into the lot on the left. And there's another 1-2 fair ball down the third base line. Gratchen rounding third. He'll score on the play for Burgettstown to increase the lead to 6-2. Into second safely with an RBI double is Jackson LaRocca.
And LaRocca only coming in with a .237 average, Brian. So we can see what's happening here today. All the guys that we're expecting to clobber the ball really just not doing much, but all the guys that are hitting less than 300, some even less than 200, doing damage here today for Burgettstown.
Now Nathan Klodowski coming to the plate. He's 1 for 2 today, including an RBI double and scored a run last time up. .617 average. St. Bonaventure recruit takes the first pitch here for ball one. And Tony, you're telling me in between innings he's a pretty good pitcher as well.
Pretty good pitcher. Actually threw a 6-inning complete game no-hitter on May 9th against Fort Cherry. Beat him 12-0. Had 14 strikeouts and only 1 walk and 6 innings of work. So nice job by Klodowski.
1-0 to Powell, fouled off. Evens up the count at 1-1. That ball was pinballing everywhere. Went off one of the posts of the net in front of us to our right and then ricocheted off to the left.
He's got a quick bat. You can see he's got a lot of talent too, Brian.
Yeah, he looks like a D1 recruit.
Yes, he does. Nice looking player.
Now from the stretch, the 1-1 from Powell. That's going to hit Klodowski in the back.
Little HBP.
Yes.
And you hate to see that, but to be honest with you, might not be a bad thing for California right now. Set up the double play. California's been able to turn a couple double plays so far this year. I am at 5. So now all of a sudden Klodowski at first after wearing that in the number. And that's going to bring up second hitter Eric Kovach. Kovach reached on a base on ball. His first time up, scored a run. And then singled and again scored a run in that second inning. So now he comes to the plate with 1 out. Runners on first and second for Burgettstown.
Kovach set to go, and that one
could be
set
trouble.
On the right side in foul territory. It will drop foul. California no play on it there defensively.
And that was in no man's land. Unfortunately, the wind did catch that. You can see the trees are still blowing pretty good down the right field line. Wind coming in from left field across.
Yeah, he had a new baseball there to Caden Powell. And scored 2 runs already in this game for Burgettstown, and the Blue Devils an opportunity to blow this game open here in the bottom of the 4th. He takes a pitch there as the count moves to 2-1.
Yeah, did not miss by much there. Like I said, you got a California hoping to get a sharp ground ball and possibly turn a double play here on this turf. You know it's going to get to you quick if it's hit hard enough.
It'll glance back again from Powell over to LaRocca. Pitch a little high and inside. Now 3-1. California has to be really careful, Tone, in this situation. Bottom of the fourth inning, not to let this game get away from them.
You are correct, Brian. Walking guys in any level, high school, college, pros, it seems to cost you. Just ask the Reds on Sunday.
3-1 pitch, low and outside for ball four. That'll load up the bases. So you had Klodowski hit by a pitch. Now Kovac walking. 4 of 5 Blue Devils have reached base safely here so far in the bottom of the fourth inning. And now you have A.J. Kuzier coming to the plate. Senior catcher batting .333 with 14 RBIs.
I can't see, but anybody warming up for Cal down the line?
No, not right now.
Yet.
Our next option might be playing in the field right now.
In the field, right.
You have the infield now all in.
Now you got to play in. Maybe go with the 1-2-3 double play here. Hopefully, ball hit back to Powell.
They get the force out at home, at least get the lead runner and not allow Burgettstown to already expand upon this 6-2 lead, and that's going to hurt even more as Kuzier hitting the back by another pitch. Second time that Powell's hit a batter here in this half inning. That'll be an RBI hit by pitch and a run scored for LaRocca.
And Kuzier with his second RBI. not the way he wanted to get it, but actually picks up his second RBI of the game.
Lead now up to 7-2. Now you'll have Bradle as the 7th Blue Devil to bat here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Now the lead at 5 at 7-2.
And Bradle flew out to center field his first time up, grounded out to third. His second at bat, and right now, you're right, has a chance to blow this game open.
Have to think he's due. He'll take the first pitch outside for ball one.
Yeah, he came in with a .362 average on the year. Also a junior, so he'll be back next year. So Burgettstown, even though they're going to lose a couple studs, still going to have a pretty nice squad next year.
Now the 1-0 to Bradle. That one's fouled off. Evens up the count at 1-1. Surprised we haven't seen a meeting at the mound here at all, Tony, in the bottom of the fourth. You're down 5. And Powell struggling a little bit right now. When you look at HBP, BB, HBP, RBI in the last 3 batters you've faced. And this ball hit hard into center field, and it will drop in front of Jordan Kearns. That'll score just 1 run, as having to hesitate down at third there initially was Klodowski. But it's the 3rd run scored here in this bottom of the fourth inning. Another RBI there from Bradle.
Yeah, so Bradle with a hit and an RBI. So now he's at first, and we're going to have a timeout, a meeting at the mound now, Brian.
And you might see a pitching change here. As Lou Pasquale comes out, looks like you might see Connor Vig on a pitch for California. It's now 8-2. Burgettstown leading California, bottom of the fourth. Pitching change. We'll take a timeout as well. We'll be back to tell you about the new Trojans pitcher here on the C.R. Broderick Group High School Sports Day broadcast presented by attorney Lisa J. BUDAY.
When you are hurt or need help with a legal matter, call the law office of Lisa J. BUDAY. With 30 years experience and included in best lawyers in America, attorney BUDAY specializes in helping the hurt in matters of personal injury, workers' compensation, Social Security, disability, as well as deeds, wills, estates, and power of attorney with a free initial consultation. For more information, phone 724-938-1355 or visit BudayLaw.com. Congratulations to the California Trojans on a great season from attorney Lisa J. BUDAY.
On the go? No time to stop? That's when you'll love Peach & Pharmacy's curbside pickup at Peach & Market in downtown Connellsville. Next time you have a prescription to get, let Peach & Pharmacy make it easy for you. Call ahead at 724-626-9600. Pickup keep you right where you want to be, in the driver's seat.
Peach & Pharmacy, your local pharmacy.
Looking for the highest quality products at the lowest prices? Shop and save on Walnut Hill and Uniontown has the widest selection of brands and the freshest offerings around. They specialize in your family's grocery needs. save big and sign up for the Shop and Save Perks card to get money-saving benefits and discounts on gas. Shop and Save. Walnut Hill Road, Uniontown, open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Working hard to offer you the best at Shop and Save because it's the just right thing to do.
Connor Vig is the new California pitcher. Caden Monticelli moves over to play third base for the Trojans, but California now down 8-2 here, Tony. As we work in the bottom of the fourth inning, just one out. You have Luke Lounder at the plate. He's the 8th Blue Devil to bat here in this bottom of the fourth inning.
Situation here.
It certainly is a tough situation for Vig, who's the third pitcher of the game that California's used. Vig coming in with a 3-1 record, 7.35 ERA. This will be his 6th appearance of the season for California. 1-0. Misses inside, and also for Vig, nowhere to put Lounder either with the bases loaded.
I got the bases juiced, and that's tough coming in from the field too, really stepping into this type of a situation. And as you said, Burgettstown scoring on a hit by pitch, and now all of a sudden it's 3-0 to Lounder.
Vig had worked 13 and a third innings, giving up 17 runs, 15 hits, 14 earned runs, struck out 12 and walked 11 so far this season. Now the count 3-0 here against Luke Lounder. A 3-0 pitch on the way right down the pipe. Lounder appeared to be taking all the way.
Oh, he had to be. Got to make him throw a strike first before you even think about swinging the bat.
Count now 3-1. Three-one pitch. It's low and outside for ball 4, so an RBI walk. This game getting away from California in a hurry.
Yeah, quickly.
Now 9-2, Burgettstown.
And that's an RBI for Lounder. Scoring on the play was Eric Kovac. Now Brody Kozier.
First pitch here to Brody, and this one's ball's fouled off on the left side. Makes the count to 0-1. So we're here in the bottom of the fourth. Scores at 9-2. Of course, you have the 10-run rule after 5. California still would have an opportunity to bat in the top half of the 5th inning, but Burgettstown get a few more runs across here, and they have an opportunity to end this game early. And that ball hit right up the middle into center field. That'll be another run scoring for Burgettstown, make it another 2 as the throw gets away, and it's going to be another 3-run score to make it 12-2. Wow.
All on a single up the middle. So Kozier's going to get 2 RBIs on the play. Can't get the other 2 because they basically scored on an error.
Correct.
Scoring on the play will be his brother. Actually, the courtesy runner for his brother. Bradel's going to score. And Lounder's going to score.
Scores 12-2 now, Burgettstown. And Maddox Gratchen batting for the second time in this half inning.
So Brody Kozier at second base. I guess we're going to have to give the air to Kearns out in center field on that throw, trying to get, looked like he was trying to get Bradel.
Third error committed by California in this game, and now we'll have a, it's going to be a pinch runner situation here. No, it'll be for
it's going to be for the pitcher,
yeah. So it'll be a courtesy runner.
It'll be courtesy, so can't get the number there. But you're right, they've been able to bat around this inning.
1-0 now to Gratchen. A pitch, a fastball, little number line drive, goes right to second base. They turn the double play as it goes from Loudon over to Monticelli, who was covering the bag, to finally end the inning. So it goes 4-6 on the double play. They score 7 runs in the bottom half of the fourth. And after 4, it's a 12-2 lead for Burgettstown over California here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Day. Broadcast presented by attorney Lisa J. BUDAY.
Going on now at Chevy.
Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Equinox for only $223 a month. First payment and security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevyEast.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals at $10,000 miles per year, 24 months with $2,999 cash rate equity and GM Lease Loyalty or GM Lease Conquest. Payment is for tax, title, and fees. First payment and security deposit waived. Sale ends May 31st, 2022. While supplies last. Call dealer for all other details at 724-668-2231.
When your car is damaged, the name to remember is Ted Silva and Son Body and Fender Repair. Currently in their 59th year of providing quality, reliable service to the community, Ted Silva and Son offers complete collision service, minor to major repairs, frame and unibody repair, and glass installation. They will gladly blueprint your vehicle for repair, and they will work with your insurance company. With a paint booth that utilizes the environmentally friendly waterborne paint process, Ted Silva and Son not only cares for our community and our children, they care for our environment. Located on Atlas Road in Hopwood, it is the goal of Ted Silva and Son to alleviate the stress of an accident and assist you in any way possible. Family owned and operated for 59 years. Call 724-437-2351 for Ted Silva and Son Body and Fender Repair, LLC. Proud to sponsor local high school sports.
We're back here at Ross Memorial Park, top of the 5th inning, and Burgettstown has an opportunity, Tone, to close out the game here in the top of the 5th.
Yeah, we thought this game would be a lot closer than it was, but really, Burgettstown brought their bats today.
12 runs on 10 hits now for the Blue Devils, and the first pitch inside to Connor Vig. It is hitters 1, 2, and 3 for California here in the top half of the 5th. Vig, Acid, and Kearns. I need a run, though, to extend the game.
Kuzier pitching a fine game so far. I have him unofficially at 55 pitches through 4 innings.
Yet our nightcap will be 16th seeded Connellsville taking on the number 1 seed in 5A Peters Township. That game scheduled to start at 7 o'clock. This game ends early. Our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show hit the air around 6:45 tonight.
And we'll see some ball players in that game,
yes,
too, Brian.
2-1, fouled off there by Vig. Right of this game, the broadcast rights to this game, the sole and exclusive property of the WPIL, WMBS, and the Triple Live High School Sports Network. Any broadcast of this game is intended exclusively for the benefit of the listening and viewing audience. Any use, rebroadcast, or distribution of this broadcast without the express written consent of the WPIL, WMBS, and the Triple Live High School Sports Network is strictly prohibited. Now full of 3-2. Brody Kuzier to Connor Vig. Payoff pitch, fastball, and this ball chopped foul down the third base line. So we'll do 3-2 once again.
Vig fighting that off. Was definitely a strike. So nice job by Vig. Show a little bat management there.
3-2 pitch again now to Vig. Breaking ball high and outside for ball 4. So a little life for California here in the top half of the 5th. Second time in this game that Vig has walked. And that'll bring up Hunter Acid. Acid 0 for 2 today. California, they'll be back in single A next year, playing in a section with Avella, Carmichaels, Fort Cherry, Jefferson, Morgan, Mapletown, and West Green. And the last time they played in single A, they won a WPIL championship. Swing and a miss there from Hunter Acid. And on the Burgettstown side, they'll still be in 2A with Bentworth, Beth Center, Shar Houston, Charleroi, Fraser, and Washington. A 1 pitch grounded right back, and the pitcher Kuzier goes to second to get the lead runner. That's all he's going to get. Goes the fielder's choice. 1-6 is covering the bag there, LaRocca, for the first out of this top half of the 5th.
Yeah, but a nice play, a good throw. Really didn't have a chance to turn to double play anyway. Acid with a lot of speed, but got the lead runner. So now with 1 out, it's going to bring up Jordan Kearns.
Burgettstown hangs on. They'll take on the winner of the Shenango-Fort Cherry game coming up on Thursday. Those two schools playing at Chippewa Park start at 5:30 this afternoon. Top seed in 2A, Sarah Catholic. They're battling Beth Center. Laurel and Shadyside Academy playing in the 8-9 game. Carmichael seeded 4th. Apollo Ridge 13th. That one finds the strike zone. We're 1-1 now to Jordan Kearns. Riverside seeded 5th. Shar Houston 12th. Seton LaSalle knocked California out of the playoffs last year and swept Burgettstown this year, the number 2 seed. As that ball grounded too short. Diving attempt there from LaRocca, able to flip it over to second, not in time. I think you have to give Kearns an infield single there for California.
Most definitely, but a fantastic effort there by LaRocca. And almost made the play to get the force out at second base. Great job. But Acid's going to be at second. Now Kearns at first. So Cal trying to stay alive here, as you said. Need to score a run.
Aiden Loudon will check swing, grounder to first. They'll go to second, looking for the out and not get it. Is off the bag. There was Klodowski. He had a situation there where Bradle just could have stepped on the bag at first to get a guaranteed out, which would have been the second of the inning. Chose not to do that and made a high throw over to second. I think you have to score that either E3 or.
Yeah, it's going to be an E3.
E3, I would think, because the throw was more high than anything.
No, it's definitely an E3. It's a fielder's choice for Loudon.
Now you have the bases loaded here for Brody Todd with one out here in the inning as California looks to extend this game.
Yeah, and really the way this inning started off with Vig getting a walk. And you're kind of thinking, okay, don't walk anybody. Just get outs, throw strikes. But right now, Burgettstown trying to hang on here and get this 10-run win. But they're going to have to play some nice defense here.
Count 1-1 to Todd. Big time cut there. Swing and a miss. Count moves to 1-2.
Good swing by Todd. You said Todd scored the 2 runs for Cal, but has yet to get a hit. Reached on a fielder's choice and reached on an error.
1-2 on the way, and Todd well hit ball high to center field. Getting under it is Kovac. He'll make the catch. Runner tagging from third. Relay coming in, but no play at the plate. So California will extend this game. And scoring the run there, Hunter Acid, sac fly RBI for Brody Todd.
And Kovac with a strong throw, but up the first baseline, no chance to get Acid. So Brody Todd with an RBI on that sacrifice fly.
Makes it 12-3. Now bring up Rick Lawson for California. Lawson got on via an error first time up in the second inning, grounded out 6-3 in the fourth. First pitch here to Lawson, and Lawson hitting it high in the air to shallow center. Kovac charging and getting for the final out of the inning, but California gets a run to extend this game. We'll head to the bottom of the fifth, 12-3. Burgettstown over California here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Day broadcast presented by attorney Lisa J. BUDAY.
Casey's now offers a sit-down banquet hall at 65 Lebanon Avenue in Uniontown and can seat up to 50 people with kitchen facilities available. Bring your own food or let Casey's fine staff cater it for you. A perfect intimate setting for your small affair, such as showers, reunions, or after funeral dinners. For all information, phone 724-550-4126. That's 724-550-4126. 724-550-4126 for Casey's Sports Cafe.
With branches in Markleysburg, Connellsville, Hopwood, Uniontown, and Perryopolis, Somerset Trust Company is truly Fayette County's community bank. We invite you to stop by and experience the Somerset Trust Company difference. Local decision-making, convenient locations, extended hours, award-winning online and mobile banking, and more. Somerset Trust Company, community banking worth talking about. Branches and ATMs throughout Fayette County.
On the go? No time to stop? That's when you'll love Peachin Pharmacy's curbside pickup at Peachin Market in downtown Connellsville. Next time you have a prescription to get, let Peachin Pharmacy make it easy for you. Call ahead at 724-626-9600 or send a message. Let friendly curbside pickup keep you right where you want to be, in the driver's seat.
Peachin Pharmacy, your local pharmacy.
As we come back, Sam Illich first pitch swinging, fly ball into center field, and a catch made there by Jordan Kearns for the first down of this bottom half of the fifth inning. So the second straight time that Illich has flown out to Kearns in center field.
I will say they like that first pitch when they're leading off the inning, man. It's what, the third time? Possibly, yeah, third time.
Jackson LaRocca now at the plate, takes the first pitch inside for ball one from Connor Vig. He's the third pitcher that California's used in this game. Addison Pena-Pinto got the start. Caden Powell on relief. Now Connor Vig pitching. 1-0 pitch here, a little high. 2-0 now to Jackson LaRocca, who sacrificed first time up in the second inning, doubled and scored a run in the fourth.
And that sacrifice bunt, able to get a runner in scoring position.
2-0 pitch in there for a strike. Now 2-1 to Jackson LaRocca. Vig now working quickly. 2-1 on the way, and LaRocca with a high fly ball deep to left, and that ball will just go foul. Just going foul. Put a good rip into it. Would have certainly been an extra base hit That ball would have stayed fair on the left side. Takes the count even now to 2-2.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of those shots here today, and they have stayed fair. She said Burgettstown today with 10 hits in this game, 12 runs.
And can end the game with a run scored here in the bottom half of the 5th inning, leading right now by 9. 2-2 now. Vig to LaRocca. Pitch on the way. LaRocca swing and a miss. Strike 3. Tag made there by Dom Martini as it initially came out of his glove. So 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom half of the 5th. Burgettstown got the scoring started. Run scored in the bottom half of the 1st. California came back, run in the top half of the 2nd. Then a big bottom half of the 2nd inning for Burgettstown as they scored 4 to lead 5-1. California cut it to 5-2 in the top half of the 4th. And then Burgettstown putting up 7 in the bottom half of the 4th inning. At that point, taking a 12-2 lead, but California getting a run back in the top half of the 5th to extend the game right now as we sit at 12-3. And now you have the top of the order, Nathan Klodowski at the plate, taking ball 1 from Connor Vig. Burgettstown starting their 4th trip now through the lineup. And Klodowski, a ground ball through there on the left side. Maybe a single in the left field for Klodowski, who scored 2 runs already in this game for Burgettstown.
Yeah, we said he shows every sign of being a Division I baseball player, no doubt. Got great speed, handles the bat well. Nice looking second baseman.
Now Eric Kovac at the plate. He scored 3 runs already in this game. Take the first pitch here for a strike, 2 walks. Also picked up an RBI single back in the 2nd innings. He's been on base in every plate appearance so far this afternoon.
On base, but no hits. Or 1 hit, I'm sorry, yes.
No 1 pitch on the way, and there for a strike 0-2. After our high school baseball doubleheader, again, we'll have Connellsville and Peters Township up next. It's election coverage, primary election coverage, courtesy of West Media Group. I'll join the coverage as soon as I get back into Town Tone later on tonight. 0-2 pitch on the way. That ball golfed, but on a line in the left, and the catch made there by Chris Weston to end the inning. So Burgettstown strands Klodowski. We played 5. It's 12-3. Burgettstown over California here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Day. Broadcast presented by attorney Lisa J. BUDAY.
Going on now at Seahawks Chevrolet.
Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Equinox for only $223 a month. First payment and security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit charperchevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is for GMF for well-qualified individuals at 10,000 miles per year, 24 months with $2,999 cash rate equity and GM Lease Loyalty or GM Lease Conquest. Payment is with tax, title, and fees. First payment and security deposit waived. Sale ends May 31st, 2022. While supplies last. Call dealer for all other details at 724-929-8000.
Attorneys from all over the state and nation advertise in southwestern Pennsylvania for personal injury and workers' comp cases. But most of them send their assistants to do the legwork. You might not even meet your attorney until your first hearing.
We're local attorneys, Davis & Davis. We meet directly with our clients, including free consultation, and there are no fees until you receive money on your case. If you've been injured, call Davis & Davis, representing you and your neighbors yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Phone 724-437-2799.
UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
So California coming back to the plate, down 9 at 12-3, top half of the 6th inning. It's Fred Kennard, Chris Weston, and the pitcher's spot.
Well, that
would then be occupied because you already had Connor Vig in the game. Probably be Caden Monticelli.
Correct.
Now playing shortstop.
Correct. Yep, he will be in the 9 spot.
Again, later on tonight, Connellsville and Peters Township, 7 o'clock first pitch. Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show at 6:45. This game gets extended out. It will start a half an hour after this first game ends, as they'll give both teams an opportunity to take some infield practice. Tomorrow, it's boys 4A first-round action from Norwin High School. Uniontown taking on Knock. Tony, you're going to join me for that one as well tomorrow. And then next Monday, Laurel Highlands will take on the winner of the Beaver Elizabeth Forward game. Site and time to be determined. Mustangs a first-round bye. We'll have that game for you as well on Monday here on WMBS. Taking the first pitch here, Fred Kennard for California.
Oh, interestingly enough, Brian, looking at the bracket, if Fort Cherry would pull the upset on number 3 seeded Shenango, Burgettstown would face them for the 3rd time this year.
Yes. It was also the 3rd meeting of the year between Peters Township and Connellsville later on tonight.
Yes.
Peters Township winning the first 2, but one of the 2 I think was a 5-4 game.
So he got hit by a pitch.
Yeah, we mentioned that. Kennard getting hit there.
Yep.
And he's down to first with Chris Weston now at the plates. The ball actually bounced and hit Kennard, but it's still ruled a hit by pitch.
Still, that's it. Still a hit by a pitch. He's on first. Kind of interesting that they're holding him.
And that ball going opposite field right and will one hop in front of Nate Kodich. So the first 2 batters reaching base safely here for California in the top half of the 6th inning. So now 2 on, nobody out. What's the pitch count at for Kuzier so far, Tim?
Right now I have him unofficially at 77.
Okay.
That's the 2nd hit of the game for Weston.
Both singles going opposite field right.
Right.
Now at the plates, Monticelli, his first plate appearance. Again, now playing shortstop for California. They mixed up the lineup a little bit. Monticelli swing and a miss there to even up the count at 1-1 after he took the first pitch for ball 1. Comes in with a 167 average, just a solo RBI so far this season for Monticelli.
Yeah, he's a freshman.
1-1 inside there to Caden. Now 2-1.
So hasn't seen a whole lot of action. As you said, Brian, played in only 6 games. Only 6 plate appearances.
Must be a pretty good defensive player to have him in at shortstop as Monticelli fouls that one off.
Yeah.
Even with the count at 2-2.
Now, as we said, California will lose 5 seniors. And as well, Burgettstown will have 5 seniors too.
2-2 swing and a miss, strike 3. Be the first out of the inning as Kuzier strikes out Monticelli. Back to the top of the order now for California and Connor Vig as the Trojans start their 4th trek through the batting order. Connor Viggs walked in his last 2 plate appearances against Kuzier after striking out back in the 1st inning.
Now Vig with a chance to drive in a run. Nice stop there by Kuzier behind the dish.
This pitch was inside to Vig, 1-0. Vig came into the game, 364 average. 1 home run, 11 RBI. Senior shortstop, as Tony said earlier, headed to play baseball next year at Penn State Fayette. 1-0 pitch to Vig. High, now 2-0.
Uh-oh. Brother's going out and saying, what's going on here?
Throw strike. It's 12-3. What do you do?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Watch this. He'll slam the ball in his glove.
What's wrong with you?
Let's go. You guys see shaking his head coming back.
You got the senior catcher talking to little brother who's a sophomore pitcher.
Yeah, you can see what he's doing, too. That's funny, though.
2-0. Now to Connor Vig.
Throw strikes.
2-0 pitch, breaking ball, swing and a miss. There you go.
That's it. The brother had to go out and tell him what to do. You got to listen to your older brother.
Now worked out that time. Count now at 2-1. 2-1 on the way, and Vig, high fly ball into center field. Eric Kovac getting under it. He'll make the catch. Runner tagging. That'll be Kennard down to 3rd, and he's safe.
Wow. That's a gutsy play.
Yes, it is. I guess at 12-3, you got to take some chances.
I guess you got to take a chance, but to be honest with you, that ball wasn't really that deep.
No, it was not.
But Kennard able to get to 3rd base.
Hunter Acid coming to the plates.
Acid having a tough day today. As we said, he came in batting .429. And actually last year too, Brian, I look back at some numbers. He batted .421 last year, so extremely consistent. But having a tough time at the plate today. Struck out once, grounded out to short, and reached on a fielder's choice.
First pitch to Hunter in there for a strike, 0-1.
Did score a run, though, in that 5th inning to keep this game alive.
Notice they have the helmet stickers there for baseball.
I do notice that,
yep. Trojans.
Like that Michigan Wolverine action.
How about the Buckeyes on the helmet?
Wow, the Buckeyes put Buckeyes on it, you know.
Now, why you bring up Michigan?
Well,
1 on the way, and Acid hits it on the ground and threw into center field. That will score another California run as Kennard comes around, and Acid an RBI single into center field.
Well, you know, it was the same reason that you mentioned the Duke Blue Devil color uniforms and not Penn State.
Yes.
So.
A lot of schools do that, though, the helmet stickers in football.
Yes, this is true.
USC Trojans probably do it as well. Now at the plate, setting it foul there, Jordan Kearns. So California cutting the Burgettstown lead now down to 8. It's 12-4 as we work here top half of the 6th inning.
Well, definitely not out of the game, but a huge uphill climb here for the Trojans.
0-1 on the way, breaking ball high.
And no activity in the bullpen, but I have Kuzier unofficially at 89 pitches right now.
Starting to get up there.
Yep.
11 left to work with, now 10 as he misses there on the outside. 2-1 now to Jordan Kearns.
Well, you would have to think, too, that if they're going to bring anybody in, it's going to be somebody out in the field.
I agree. Kearns 1 for 3 today. Now stepping off, throw back to second, goes into center field. Runners advance here for California as you have Weston now down to third and Acid into second.
Yeah, just not too wise of a move there. Actually tried to throw it, but tried to hit the second baseman as he was cutting towards the bag.
Threw it behind him.
That's a tough play, man, no matter how you look at it. So now 2 more runners in scoring position. We're going to have a timeout. Coach Dunno coming to the mound. Just to kind of settle things down, I'm sure.
Still plenty of cushion right now. 12-4, 12 runs on 11 hits and 4 errors committed now by Burgettstown. 4 runs on 7 hits, 3 errors committed by California. You have Jordan Kearns at the plate facing a 2-1 count against Brody Kuzier, who's now thrown over 90 pitches in this game for Burgettstown.
Well, interestingly enough, when you look at numbers, pitching-wise for Burgettstown, you're only seeing, 5 players who have actually thrown any innings at all. And out of that 5, one of them only threw an inning. So you're kind of looking at 4 pitchers here. And I know they want to use Klodowski if they happen to win here today in the next round.
2-1 now on the way. Another one sent foul on the left side from Kearns. Takes us 2-2.
So you would think that if they're going to bring anybody in, it's going to be either Bradel or Kovac. So either a first baseman or a center fielder.
They might have to. 2-2 on the way. Another one sent foul as Kearns is getting a piece of it. Not going to have a choice if Kuzier hits 100 pitches.
Well, I've got him, like I said, right now unofficially 92. And as I said, it is unofficial. Sometimes I just sit here and click like I'm holding a pen or something. So.
2-2 on the way, and that ball hit well into center field, but right at Eric Kovac, who's going to actually back up and make the catch. Nonetheless, it's the 3rd out of the inning. So move to the bottom of the 6th, 12-4, Burgettstown over California. Here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Day broadcast presented by attorney Lisa J. BUDAY.
Mom Maruka's Pizza Shop, located at 64 Barton Mill Road in Uniontown, is your prime place to enjoy local high school sports. Mom Maruka's is family-owned and operated where pride of ownership certainly shows. The Sampson family carries on the tradition of homemade pizza, salads, subs, and wings. Mom Maruka's is open Monday through Saturday, 4 to 10 for indoor, outdoor dining and takeout. Call 724-438-9066 or visit MomMarukaPizza.com for their menu.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowls Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to SprowlsInsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Spring forward to home construction season with First Federal of Greene County. First Federal's construction and improvement loans puts you in charge of your dream home project with all the tools you need. First Federal offers construction loans, owner-builder loans, and home improvement loans. With offices in Fayette, Greene, and Washington counties, your loan stays here. Visit with a First Federal loan officer today or apply online at firstfederalofgreene.com. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 458729.
Moving now to the bottom half of the 6th inning, 12-4, Burgettstown leading California. It's Kuzier, Bradel, and Launder due up here for Burgettstown. And if they get 2 runs here in the bottom of the 6th inning, we won't play it top bound for the 7th. California's been scraping the last couple of innings, scored a run in both in all 3 of the last 3 innings, 4th, 5th, and 6th. The run scored in each of those frames.
Trying to stay alive.
Yeah. Count 2-0 quickly here to A.J. Kujar.
And it looks like
Kujar golfs this one high into right. Getting under it is Kennard with the shades on, makes the catch for the first outs of this bottom of the 6th. That'll bring up Andrew Bradle.
And actually, looking down the line here, Brian, I could see Kovac warming up in the bullpen in case Burgettstown does not score a couple runs here to win by 10.
Would you throw Kujar out and try to get the complete game to start the 7th if needed, or just make the move at the beginning of the inning since he's over 90 pitches?
Well, like I said, unofficially, I have him at 93. You could throw him at one more batter.
Yeah, correct.
I mean, you know, maybe 2.
Andrew Bradle at the plate now for Burgettstown. 1 out, bottom of the 6th, and he'll hit it in between Aiden Loudon and Brody Todd in a right field for a 1-out single for Burgettstown.
That's his 2nd hit of the game.
Had an RBI single back in the 4th inning after starting off the game 0 for 2. Now Luke Lounder at the plate. Lounder 1 for 2, walked, had an RBI walk with the bases loaded last time up and scored a run.
Yes, he did, had a single as well in his 2nd at plate appearance.
First pitch to Lounder, misses for ball 1. You've certainly had productivity up and down the Burgettstown lineup so far today.
You've got him at what, 12 hits?
This ball hit high in the air to right again. Kennard coming over to the line, and I'll make a basket catch there for the 2nd out of the inning.
That was a tough play. And you got to give him a lot of credit because you know what? That wind's still blowing from left to right field. He had to go a long way to get that. Able to reach out and make a little basket catch, but good job defensively there by Kennard.
I think every batter, at least every position in the lineup for Burgettstown, has had a player at least reach base safely so far in this game. And there's a ground ball right up the middle in a center field. Another hit for Brody Kujar.
Actually, Brian, in looking at my scorebook, I think every starter has a hit.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
And Bradle RBI single. Yep.
Yep. Everybody has a hit.
13 total for the game on the Burgettstown side. Now 2 on with 2 outs of a courtesy runner out there for the pitcher Kujar, and Maddox Gratch, the designated hitter, who's been busy. Couple of doubles to left, 1 an RBI double, also hitting to a double play to end that 4th inning that saw Burgettstown send 10 men to the plate, including Gratchen twice.
Right. He's had an extremely productive game. As you said, 2 doubles, scored 2 runs.
Count out 2-0, Vig to Gratchen.
Vig doing a nice job in relief for California. He's settled down.
2-0 pitch outside now, 3-0. You walk Gratchen, it will be the bases loaded for Sam Elich, the freshman.
And Elich, who flew out to center field the last 2 times up, but he does have a RBI single.
3-0 pitch, called strike on the corner, now 3-1 to Maddox Gratchen.
And you got to think, too, right here, Burgettstown really looking to plate these 2 runs.
3-1 going around was Gratchen. Now we're full of 3-2. I think Gratchen wanted to hesitate. I was already halfway around.
Yeah, he kind of pulled the trigger there a little early.
Now the 3-2 on the way. Breaking ball, and Gratchen down the third base line, foul. Count remains 3-2.
So they do have a day off before they play the next game.
Correct, Thursday. But you obviously wouldn't be able to throw Kujar.
No. Well, no, and you know they've already got Klodowski penciled in as a starter then.
3-2 on the way. That's outside for ball 4 to let up the bases. And Sam Elich now coming to the plate with the bases loaded. And had that RBI single, scored a run back in the 2nd inning. A couple of fly ball outs to Jordan Kearns in center in his last 2 plate appearances. Elich an opportunity here to close out the game with 2 in scoring position, but has a little nubber here down the first base line. It's going to be ruled foul, as not scooping it up in time there was Brody Todd. Actually let it roll foul. Would have had the 3rd out of the inning if he scooped it up in fair territory there, Tom.
Yeah, he probably just didn't realize who was running there. Elich, a bigger fella, not a whole lot of speed down to first base.
Could have made the tag himself.
Yeah, he could have picked it up and got the out, been out of the inning.
Now the 0-1 pitch to Elich, and Elich well-hit ball here, and this could end it in the gap to right center field. Bounces in front of Jordan Kearns, 1 run scores, and now the game-ending run will come across as well from the courtesy runner there for Brody Kuger, and that'll end California's season. 14-4, game-ending shot in the gap, 2 RBIs for Sam Elich. And a 14-4 final score, Burgettstown over California. Back to tell you all about it right after this here on WMBS and on the True Live High School Sports Network.
Everybody needs reliable internet, whether you're working from home, taking online classes, or just keeping up with friends on social media. Good thing there's Zoom Internet from Armstrong. We have the speeds to meet your needs, delivered right into your home on our advanced fiber optic network. Get high-speed internet for as low as $34.95 per month with no contracts and free local support and service. Visit ArmstrongOneWire.com/Zoom to find your speed and get started. Zoom from Armstrong, the best value in broadband.
When you are hurt or need help with a legal matter, call the law office of Lisa J. BUDAY. With 30 years' experience and included in Best Lawyers in America, Attorney BUDAY specializes in helping the hurt in matters of personal injury, workers' compensation, Social Security disability, as well as deeds, wills, estates, and power of attorney with a free initial consultation. For more information, phone 724-938-1355 or visit BudayLaw.com. Congratulations to the California Trojans on a great season from attorney Lisa J. BUDAY. Quality parts, accessories, paints, tools, and supplies. Napa Auto Parts complete line for cars, trucks, imports, and farm equipment. Napa Auto Parts keeps America running. Fayette Parts in Uniontown, Standard Auto in Brownsville, and Napa Auto in Belle Vernon and Monongahela carries premium quality auto parts at discount prices. They always have a huge inventory of parts in stock. When you visit a Napa Auto Part location, over 200,000 parts in stock. Ask about their Napa lifetime warranty on most items with a no-hassle return policy. Open weekends and evenings in Brownsville. Phone 724-785-3800 in Belle Vernon. Dial 724-929-5522. In Monongahela, dial 724-258-3101. And in Uniontown, dial 724-437-7553 for Napa Auto Parts.
Go to Ford to Uniontown and trade me in. John Clinton from President Award-winning Ford of Uniontown. Summer is right around the corner and our inventory is heating up. I know you don't see a lot of new vehicles on our lot. However, we have hundreds inbound. We have over 50 F-Series, 30 Explorers, 20 EcoSports, and much, much more all on the way. Stop, click, or call to reserve yours today. The early bird gets the worm, and the customer that shops with us gets the vehicle they deserve. If you have a bit more time, we'll be happy to place a factory order just for you. So let's talk about pre-owned. We have over 70 on the lot and ready to go. Most are certified with factory warranty and competitive interest rates. Now, I know I've talked about this before, and it still stands true. Your trade-in value is going to help offset new car prices, so don't miss out. We'll be closed Monday, Memorial Day, to remember and honor those who served. That's 40 Uniontown, top of the hill across from Applebee's, or 40uniontown.com. Go to Ford of Uniontown and trade me in.
The Marascani Insurance Agency is an independent agency that offers prompt, professional service for auto, home, business, and life insurance coverage to meet their customers' needs. The Marascani Insurance Agency is an independent agency serving clients in California and surrounding areas. So stop by their office today at 324 3rd Street in California, PA, or give them a call at 724-938-9302. That's 724-938-9302. And get in touch with their friendly staff today for your quote.
Back wrapping things up, game one of our doubleheader from Ross Memorial Park. 14-4 your final score. Burgettstown over California. Here's Tony with your game recap.
All right, for the victorious Burgettstown Blue Devils, they scored 14 runs on 14 hits. They committed 4 errors in today's game, uncharacteristically of them. and they only left 4 runners on base. For California, they scored 4 runs on 7 hits. They committed 2 errors, and they left 9 runners on base. Hitting stars for the Burgettstown Blue Devils, you had Klodowski with 2 hits and an RBI. Kova, every player, every starter, every player in the lineup had a hit today for Burgettstown. Leading the way was Brody Kuzier with 2 RBIs. Maddox Gretchen with 2 doubles on the day, scored 2 runs. Sam Elich with 2 hits, 3 RBIs. Jackson LaRocca with a hit and an RBI. You had Andrew Bradle with 2 hits and an RBI. Just everybody in the lineup, Brian, with nearly an RBI. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players outside of Gretchen with an RBI in this game. So Burgettstown really showing the offensive prowess here today. The 7 hits today, the only player for California with 2 hits was Chris Weston. Hits were by Acid, Kearns, Loudon, Powell, and Fred Kennard. So winning pitcher today will be Kuzier. He gave up 4 runs. 2 of them were earned on 7 hits. He had 5 strikeouts, 2 base on balls. I had him unofficially at 93 pitches. Losing pitcher for California would be Addison Panapinto, who started. He was followed by Caden Powell and then Vig to finish this game out. So Burgettstown to play the winner of Shenango and Fort Cherry on Thursday, and the Cal Trojans ending their season. But again, another playoff appearance for them and another good season for Coach Pasquale and the California Trojans.
They should have even more success next year playing back in Single A. Well, that wraps it up for Game 1 of our doubleheader. We're back around 7 o'clock tonight with Game 2, Connellsville taking on Peters Township. 5A action from Ross Memorial Park. For Tony Hanola, Jerry Dupay, and Nick Barczyk, this is Brian Morozak. I'll talk with you folks in about a half an hour here from Washington, Pennsylvania for Game 2, Connellsville and Peters Township. Nick Barczyk on the way next with a news update here on WNBS Uniontown.
Family owned and operated for more than 90 years, Hollowwood Heating provides heating, air conditioning, and plumbing services.